Hey, Robert here. I wanted to make a video today that's a little bit different. As an advocate for the environment, I get to see the front line of conservation. We support through our charity Wildlife Warriors and initiatives around the world. I also end up talking to particularly young people who have a passion and drive to want to make a difference, but either just don't know where to start, or sometimes have even studied within the environmental field, but come to feel very overwhelmed with the amount of problems that we face in the environmental space. I want to make a video that kind of makes it a little more approachable and gives you some tips for if you have a passion, where you can direct that passion and drive to create real action. First of all, I get it. We are facing an uphill battle and a defining moment, but we have to remember we got no plan B, and our generation is it. We are going to be defining what our future will be. That can be overwhelming, but we have to have hope. We definitely can't think it's all too big for our generation. We will absolutely turn the tide if we can create absolute, immediate, big action. And that starts on the small scale. First of all, I would say go out and find your community. Find like-minded people who share that passion and realize that you're not alone. And then I would say try and make it approachable. Change has to happen on the small scale and then snowball from there. One person can't be expected to save the world, but one person can absolutely do as much as they can within their power and end up inspiring a lot of people along the way. I look at my dad as an example. The legacy that he created with my mum, I mean, there are two passionate people. My mum, who grew up in a small town in Oregon, and my dad, who grew up in an even smaller town here in Australia. They ended up creating this legacy and this message that inspired an entire generation. So remember, even if it's just your peers, your community, your school, wherever you are, if you can just inspire as many people and do your part, you'll be doing a great thing. To different extents, we can all give a certain amount of our time or money or resources or energy into pursuing a passion within the environmental field, studying, volunteering, organizing something like a local, clean up your beach day where you're creating community involvement. Then we can also vote with the planet in mind, hold policymakers accountable to create change for the environment. There are also so many ways within our own lives we can make the way we live more sustainable, less wasteful, and also for anyone who I'm talking to here who isn't in my younger generation, for all of the parents of the world, one of the most important things we can do is encourage our kids, our grandkids, to have a sense of responsibility for the environment, a sense of kindness and empathy for our fellow living beings. And if we can, even in some small way, foster a sense of belonging to this beautiful earth, then I think we're going to be doing the right thing by the next generation. We cannot afford to think as though we've lost hope. Whenever I am working on a conservation project, I'm seeing, rhino poaching, I'm seeing habitat degradation that's happening in Australia. It's easy to really get into that track of, oh no, what on earth are we going to do? We have to hold hope. We have to be realistic as well. But I definitely believe that our generation will make that change. Thanks for letting me go for a big tangent here. But I hope even in some small way, if it's inspired any of you who have that passion deep down in there to want to make a difference, go out, get it done, start somewhere. I always say volunteering is a great place to start. And for the youngest among us, I would absolutely suggest you go and check out Wildlife Warriors, our charity, wildlifewarriors.org, and particularly our Visionary Wildlife Warriors section, where we've set up this great initiative where kids can get out and get involved with conservation missions in their own backyard and start really fostering this sense of responsibility to care for nature, for animals. And I really appreciate anyone who's gotten to this point in this video. If you've gotten to this point, you definitely have quite a passion to make the world a better place, because I've been rambling on for a long time. So thank you, you got this. The future can seem very uncertain, but if you can find that community, realize the power that we all have to make that positive change, just be kind and try and unite as many people as you can. This cause is going to take all of us to make this change. All right. Thanks so much. Chat soon.